Welcome, everybody, to both sides of the conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director. Today is Tuesday. So you know what that means. We're going to have another phenomenal hidden gem segment tonight. We got 4 phenomenal gems, and we can't wait to get them up and present them to the community. But before we get started, y'all know every week we got to give a quick update of what's going on, events, and all of that stuff. So we excited because this past Sunday we had a great conversation about the criminal justice system, how it impacts community. So many community fathers reached out and folks who've been impacted by the justice system. They said, John, we need a part 2. We got to continue to talk about this. There's a lot of issues going on that we still have to address. So we're going to be putting together a part 2. This Sunday, we won't have a Sunday conversation because we're going to respect all y'all people who believe Easter bunnies and rabbits lay eggs. So we're going to give our family and community an opportunity to go out and Easter egg hunt and do all the things that they're doing. So this Sunday, we won't have a conversation. This Sunday, we're going to give all of our team and folks, family to go out and go treasure hunting, I guess. But with that being said, today we got a phenomenal show, y'all. A lot of stuff going on. I know y'all been watching the news. Everybody's seeing all the updates. The ex-president, Trump, is being indicted, pulled in, charges. The world's good. I don't know what's happening in America, but we got some problems. And we're going to keep talking about these problems. We got China trying to privatize their pension system. What does that mean to America? A lot of problems. The dollar is in trouble. Community, get ready. We got some stuff going on that we got to talk about in the upcoming future here in this so-called country, the United States of America. But with that being said, I got my co-host here, Khalees. Holler at the people and tell them what's going on tonight.
Welcome, community, to another segment of Hidden Gems. If you have not already liked, followed us, subscribed, we have a newsletter. We have a Both Sides of Conversation Facebook. We also have our YouTube channel. Ring the bell. You want to be alerted when these podcasts go live because we have our Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I'm so glad that you're spending our evening with us. Yes, as John said, there's a lot going on around the world. And boy, we will get into that in a little bit. So welcome, community. And I can't wait for you to hear tonight's Hidden Gems.
Definitely. Thank you for being here. We're excited. And it should be a great conversation as we continue to push forward with our conversations. As you all know, we've been talking about it for the last several weeks. The number of gun violence, shootings in our community is continuing to increase. The number of robberies. I know a lot of folks seeing the situation where a young lady was trying to get out of a robbery situation and took out a bunch of cars and people. People are being very desperate right now in these times as inflation is up, the cost of living is up, the jobless market is at an all-time high. Folks are trying to look for work. People are struggling out there. So to all of our community organizations, all of our leaders, all of our elected officials, today is the rainy day. We need resources in our community. We need opportunities because some of the things that we see in that's going on here in the news is a great result to what's going on in our economy and what's going on in this country. And again, there's no unrest when things is a mess. So it's a mess right now. With that being said, Khalees, go ahead and jump into the news and we'll get into our events.
Yes, community. So there were 3 San Francisco shootings in one day, leaving 1 dead and a 14-year-old injured. Over the weekend, the San Francisco Police Department responded to several unrelated shootings, according to the police. On Saturday, officers investigated 3 separate shootings. Around 10:17 a.m., officers responded to a shooting involving a postal worker. The suspect allegedly came out of a house on Sparta Way in Visitation Valley with a gun and shot at and missed the postal worker. But police said they recovered a stolen gun and arrested the suspect, Vo Nguyen, 38 years old. Around 1 p.m., and we shared this over the weekend, a 52-year-old victim was shot and killed on the 200 block of Golden Gate in the Tenderloin. Then around 10:30 p.m., a 14-year-old was also shot when multiple suspects started shooting out of a car near Eddy Street in the Fillmore district, police said. The victim sustained none life-threatening injuries. Shootings everywhere. There was also a double shooting at a convenience store near Oakland's Fruitvale BART station caught on video. A double shooting in Oakland's Fruitvale neighborhood injured 2 men. The double shooting happened at Market One, a convenience store. The owner said crime and violence in the area have gotten steadily worse. He shared surveillance videos of the shooting. There was a brief exchange between him and a man who the store owner said is a friend of the cashier. The friend put something up to the head of the man in the ski mask. The man in the ski mask pulls out a gun and shoots the guy, and he keeps following him. The store owner said the gunman fired several shots at the cashier's friend. He shot in the hand, in the stomach, and in the leg. The owner said he doesn't know what the verbal confrontation was about, but that surveillance video shows the suspect in the store about 10 minutes before the shooting, and he had left without an incident before returning a short while later. Now that's something else. For all that to go on and then you come back. A fisherman missing after a boat capsizes in the bay. San Francisco, the U.S. Coast Guard and Solano County Fire Department are searching for a missing fisherman off Dutton Island in Sassoon Bay after a boat capsized Monday night. At 7:40 a.m. Tuesday, U.S. Coast Guard Sector San Francisco watchstanders received a report from a Good Samaritan on Dutton Island. A man had swam up to the Good Samaritan's dock and said his 15-foot recreational boat capsized the night before. His brother was still missing. The boat capsized around 11 p.m. Monday while he and his brother were fishing. Now that is very scary. You know, those waters are rather choppy. The wind has been high, so Lord bless them. 20 California police officers facing possible decertification. 20 police officers across California face possible decertification unless they are cleared by investigations or win their appeals, according to the latest public list reviewed by KTVU. Now, there's been a lot in the media about these folks in these civil service positions. You know, we just had a woman last week in San Jose that got busted with a lot of fentanyl. So if these certifications are pulled, the officers in question can no longer work as law enforcement anywhere in the state. The officers on the most recent Commission of Peace Officer Standards, which is also known POST, decertification list worked for departments in Rohnert Park, Redwood City, Sonoma County, San Francisco, San Diego, Kern County, San Bernardino, and Stockton. 6 officers on the list worked in the Bay Area and are accused of impersonating federal agents, falsifying evidence, and possessing child pornography, among other charges. As of January 1st, California became the latest state in the country to be able to decertify peace officers. What shot police officers in the foot is secrecy, said Threets, a former Richmond and Vallejo police officer. The secrecy only helps the person who has done something wrong. The public needs confidence in police. You got that right. The public needs confidence in police. 4.5 earthquake, Northern California quake near Hollister felt across San Francisco Bay Area. A preliminary magnitude 4.5 earthquake struck Northern California on Tuesday afternoon. The earthquake struck near Hollister at 3:23 p.m., and it was felt inside the KRON 4 newsroom in San Francisco to as far as south as Santa Cruz. It struck nearly 5 miles below the surface. There have been no reports of damages or injuries so far, according to the San Francisco Fire Department. Now, we have made some history today. Trump pleads not guilty to 34 felony accounts. Former President Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in connection with concealing hush money payments. Trump entered the plea before Judge Juan Merkin during the brief proceeding in Lower Manhattan, becoming the first former president to be arraigned on criminal charges. Trump is expected to return to Florida shortly after his arraignment, where he is slated to make remarks at the Mar-a-Lago at 8:15 p.m. If I don't tell you about this news, I mean, we got boats capsizing, we got shootings all over the place, 14-year-olds getting shot, we got purse snatching going on, and unfortunately, we got the first president that's being arraigned on 34 charges.
Wow. Crazy stuff going in the news. Sorry to bring y'all that depressing news on this uplifting Tuesday, but we got to get it out there to the community. Our youth team is here. Sanaya, she's going to take over the community events for all y'all folks that's talking about nothing's going on. There's some things going on. Sanaya, go ahead and let the folks know what's going on in our community.
Okay. Hi, community. So some of the events going on, well, there's a list of them. So Youth Space is hosting a writing and performance workshops, and it has a spring series. It's at 265 Shotwell Street. There's a Zoom available. It's now throughout May 31st. More information at the link below. SFHRC and Shark presents Screening of A Triggered Life, A Requiem of Healing, April 5th at 5 p.m. at the Wisley Center Atrium Theater, 401 Van Ness Avenue at the 4th floor. You can get free tickets at the link below. Economic Rights Division at the SF Human Rights Commission, the SF Museum of Modern Art, State of Black SF, Economic Dignity, and Booms and Busts. This is happening April 7th, and you can register at the link below. Office of Economic and Workforce Development is having a second annual Hospitality and Small Business Job Fair. This is happening April 12th through 10 a.m. through 1 p.m. It's at the One Ferry Building, the Front Plaza, and you can register at the link below. And Women's Got Game. Women of Color is having Women of Color Gaming Summit and Esports Tournament. This is happening April 15th, and you can get more information at the link below. BEAM is having a Black Economic Equity Movement Guaranteed Income Project for SF and Oakland residents. The deadline is April 16th. You can apply at the link below. Enough, Plays to End Gun Violence. Calls for submissions right now through April 20th. Calls for teenagers to submit a 10-minute play that confronts the issue of gun violence. You can get more information at the link below. Mackey's Corner presents Suicide Awareness and Prevention, June 3rd at Gilman Park in San Francisco. There's more information on how you can help at the email below or the phone number. Here are some ongoing events that are happening currently in the community. The SFHRC is having a regular bi-monthly commission meeting on the 2nd and 4th Thursdays at 5 p.m. The SF City Hall room 416, the Zoom link is also here below. The Dreamkeeper Initiative is having a monthly meeting every third Thursday. At the website, you can find more information at the link below. African American Reparations Advisory Committee is having monthly meetings virtually at 5:30 p.m. on every second Monday. You can register at the link below. There is an after-school writing workshop at the Youth Speaks office. SF teens receive a $300 stipend. It's Wednesdays at 4:30 p.m. at 265 Charlotte Street, Unit B1. You get more information at the link below. Remove Reverend Amos Brown from the NAACP and Reparations Task Force. Rev Brown does not represent the change we need. Both sides of the conversation needs your support and signature. You can sign the petition at the link below. Here are some scholarships and jobs for the community. Opportunities for All, Pathways to Economic Inclusion for Youth. OFAs having fellow applications are now open. You can have fun and get paid. You must be 18 and a high school graduate or have a GED. Get more information at the link below. They're also having an economic inclusion for youth. You can be an intern. It's the same thing. You get paid, and the more information is at the link below. The City and County of SF has an upcoming career event. There's a career resource fair April 15th, 10 a.m. through 2 p.m. at Civic Center Plaza, 355 McAllister Street, San Francisco. You can register at the link below. And finally, join our youth team. SF Youth Volunteers Needed. There's a paid stipend. High school or college honor roll students, you can join us with the email down below. We are in search of volunteers. Our work is inspiring and feels good. We make a difference in the community with tangible results to show it. We are a highly driven group of high impact. We get the right things done the right way. Not only will you contribute to the community, but you will also learn a lot and gain knowledge in your field of interest within the organization. We value your ideas and input. Sign up to be a volunteer today. You can make a difference. And you can also go to all of our social media sites for more news on how to give back to your community and support both sides of the conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanaa. Our youth team is so amazing. When we talk about the youth and how we got to give them the voice and uplift them and keep them empowered, that's what it's all about. So thank you, Sanaa, for getting through the community events. And yes, community, this month, April, right now, it is volunteer month, okay? So all of our folks in the community, get out and volunteer. Give 2% of your time back to the people because our people need it more now than ever. All the folks serving food, all the folks serving and mentoring. There's definitely some support that is needed. Our next live show for our Educational Thursdays is coming up this Thursday. We're going to have DJ Lamont here talking about small business, how to lean, and DJs and creative art. So we're looking forward to that live show this Thursday. Again, this Sunday, we will not have a Sunday conversation community. Please don't be mad at me. Don't tune in at 4 o'clock because you will not see us on the air at all, as we're going to make sure that community gets out and enjoy their families and recreation and all the things that goes on with Easter. But again, I know we've commercialized everything, so I know people will be running around chasing eggs and things of that nature. So with that being said, I know y'all sitting there saying, enough of you. It is time to hear from the Hidden Gems. I'm excited tonight because we get to bring up our first set of Hidden Gems, and I'm excited because in our community, we talk about Black love. Man, we talk about helpmates. We talk about how do we build generational wealth. Tonight, we have a phenomenal couple here that is doing some amazing things. Community, check out our guest tonight. Two phenomenal Hidden Gems. Brother Franklin, I'm going to let you introduce your wife. We'll do it right. The leaders of the family introduce their first lady. Brother, go ahead and introduce your wife.
Thank you, Brother John. We really appreciate you so much, and you and Colleen for letting us be on tonight. I'm Franklin Heiston. This is my wife, the amazing, immaculate Gingy Heiston.
Thanks, babe.
And we are the owners of Blaze Consulting Group, which is an organization that creates transformative experiences for individuals, organizations, and communities so that we can improve the work we do to make the world a better place.
Yeah, and even more that we've been married, so people know, 10 years. We've been community leaders for our whole life. We're serving leaders. We got some kids running around here somewhere.
Yep, absolutely. So our business is 10 years old. We've been married for 16 years. And actually, interesting note is we were walking today, and Gingy said to me, you know, this is the day Dr. Martin Luther King died. And I said, oh, yeah, it's also the day I first asked you to be my girlfriend 18 years ago. But we won't keep going down that path. In my little apartment with just half a couch and a coffee table in West Oakland.
And a white sheet for the tablecloth.
And a white sheet for a tablecloth.
And hamburger helper.
And hamburger helper for dinner while I asked her to be my girlfriend. But today we serve several organizations throughout the state of California and have built a consulting company that has staff. And we're really trying to build generational wealth. Both of us come from humble beginnings. I grew up in Deep East Oakland in the Soprani Park, Stone City neighborhood. People from Deep East Oakland understand that language, but I was about as close to the San Leandro border as you could get without crossing the line. Gingy's from Inglewood.
And he's being nice. We was poor. We were poor. We wasn't humble. We didn't even know what that meant yet. We was hungry, but with a lot of love around us. And I think that's what carried us to this place. And so we're excited to talk about all these topics, but in particular, generational wealth building and the risks that we as Black folks have to take in order to catch up, if that, because I don't know if we're going to be here when they roll out the real reparations. And so that's why we're here.
That's right. That's right. And so our organization is building work with nonprofit organizations, public sector leaders. We're serving government right now, and we're a consulting company. And we're a consulting company that is of all types of services. So we do trainings, and that means that we could be training anyone from the bank employees on diversity, equity, and inclusion to the folks that work at the Boys and Girls Club or Hunters Point family on how to better serve our young people. We also are doing some coaching, individual life coaching and business coaching, helping people start their businesses, also helping people start nonprofit organizations. Also just wherever anybody who says that they're a leader or who has been seen as a leader and they're trying to figure out, how do I go to my next place? You know, so many of us, especially as Black and brown people, are trying to get beyond imposter syndrome. And so we help to give people the coaching that they need to move from being stuck into action. I've been talking.
It's okay.
Wow. I'm gonna let y'all finish it, and I want to jump in there because I got questions. But go ahead, finish telling the people about y'all. I got some questions.
I think one of the things that makes us unique is, you know, people like to teach about Brene Brown and all them resiliency and grit and all this, but we've experienced it. So part of our company, we infuse all of the trauma in the Black community that's in our family into our work. So while we are informed through research, process, and procedures, it's life that has really trained us on a lot of these. And we have the talent to design everything we do from A to Z. And we put in that all the stories and the voices of those we carry on our back that will never get the opportunity to walk in the rooms we walk in. And people bring us in the rooms to tell them the truth, because we lead with love, but we also lead with action.
Absolutely.
And then at the end of the day, we're just trying to figure this out. We're just trying to figure it out.
One of our principles that we lead with is Ubuntu. I am because we are. So we recognize that while our story is one of being able to come from being in extreme poverty to at least climbing into the middle class and the journey that it took there, the sacrifice, the hard work, the many long nights that still continue, that it's not just us, but it's that people sold into us, people had our back along the way, and we see ourselves also as wanting to help the younger generation come up as well and do this work as well. So it's all about how can we work collectively and all kinds of configurations to make things better for us all. So one eats, we all eat.
That's real.
Wow. Are y'all ready for my question? Because I have a lot. I know.
All right, come on, we're ready.
Because we got a bunch of people. We got to get through these questions, y'all. First of all, I want to say this. I admire you all because in our community, there's not enough images of Black love, Black relationships, no matter where we at. It's just not enough of those positive images. And for you guys to be able to be together in business, I think is very powerful because, you know, in our community here, you can't mix business and relationships, right? And I think you guys are a phenomenal display of what you can do if you are in solidarity and you working together on the same goals. Secondly, I want to respond to what the brother said. You know, one of our issues that we have in our community, and I heard you say equipping the young people, the elders of the community has a trouble with passing the torch. And I like how you said that because I'm always on here screaming and yelling about how do we get our elders of the community? How do we get our leaders of the community as they're starting to transition out of their lead position? How do we get them to transition past the baton to the next generation of young leaders? How do we get our leaders to be intentional and innovative to understand the importance of giving the information, giving the knowledge, giving the wisdom to the next generation so that our elders are not dying off with all of the information and our culture and our people are wasting 10, 15 years trying to catch up for all that misinformation. So I wanted to put that out there. And then lastly, your home base, and I like your model. And you know, the biggest thing that we have that is missing in our community when we talk about business development, when we talk about entrepreneurship, when we talk about the opportunity to advance our community, we talk about the Black ecosystem. What missing is coaching and leadership. And I always tell people here at both sides of the conversation, we believe leadership is really about demonstrating what's possible. So I heard your story, started from the bottom, and now you're here. That's what we need to display, being vulnerable to speak about that. Because a lot of times, this young generation, this social media age, everybody see the wins, but nobody talk about the losses. Nobody talk about the obstacles. They don't talk about the sleepless nights, the arguments, the fights. All they see is everything is good and we on vacation living the best life. So I appreciate that from you all. But I know that's a lot of questions in one, but y'all can take it how y'all want. But however y'all want to answer it. But I'm just saying, this is why this segment is so special to me, because this is what we need. When we talk about changing the narrative, when we talk about advancing our community, when we talk about the positive things that's happening, yeah, you two represent that. Y'all represent that.
Thank you. All right, so we're just gonna kind of mix this together. So when we started our company 10 years ago, we quit our jobs, right? We were getting sick. We just left. We said, if we don't do this now, we may never be able to break poverty in our family. And I say that to say, because the way the elders, and we're elders now, which is crazy to think, is that we have to realize this is legacy work. That when you chart off to be an entrepreneur in the Black community, you got to know the history of our community. We've been doing this. This ain't new. This is how we got over when white dominant culture didn't make room for us. But then what happened is we had cross-generational sharing. And unfortunately, society does not affirm that as much anymore. And we got to remember who we are as people of color, not just Black folks, but people of color in general, that we are tribal, we are communal. And unless we come back together, we're not going to make it. We're not going to grow and sustain. And so what we do is we have family dinners at our house. The elders come, the youngins come, we laugh, we do all kind of funny stuff. And then we talk to each other. Our kids ask us questions, we ask them questions. But also we create spaces in our company where generations can come together. So that's super important. And when we talk about hiring young folks, here's the other thing. us elders need to remember they're our legacy and that they're already better than us. And some elders, we have a hard time humbling ourselves to the fact that it's really not about me. It's not about me. It's about what I leave. Like, it's about what King left and Harriet Tubman and all those shoulders we stand on today. So while, yeah, we enjoy that we're not poor anymore, we work hard, though. Let's also be clear. We work really, really hard. But what we know is we won't even see the fruit of this until the third generation and the fourth. And that is the hope. And then it spreads out. And so what we do at night, we go through a lot as a couple. We've been through a lot. Some people are just meeting us now. Some folks know they've been with us since the beginning. It's a lot of tears. We work 13-hour days. We know as Black consultants, we have to be excellent. There is no room for us to show up half-butt. And that's how we roll, and everyone we work with. And then we believe in giving the young people voice. So our niece works for us. Sometimes we have other young people. Our sons are tech support. We actually believe that they know a lot of things better than us in regards to technology, social equity, right? They are more schooled than any of us. We were talking earlier, we have never seen as many world changes in our lifetime as they have since just being 18.
Oh,
and so we encourage folks like, let them mess up. Because when we started out, we couldn't find any mentors. We weren't part of certain groups of society that just opened up doors. We had to figure it out literally from scratch. And we made a lot of mistakes along the way. We made some good choices, but that also came with some mistakes. Mm-hmm. And our goal, really, part of our family mission and love is that we are going to run out as far as we can for our family and for our community and everyone that's got us, so that when we go, the next generation can run further. They don't have to start over. Like most Black generations have to start over. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I keep going, but we get, go ahead, baby. And we really love and still like each other. That's helpful when you work together. We have.
I think Kylie's trying to get a question in there.
Oh, sorry.
It is okay. Gingy and Franklin, you are one lovely couple, I must say. And I just wanted to let you know that you are excellent. You are excellent. You're lovely. And I can sense the support that you give each other. And I can feel the cohesiveness, right? Because that's required. But as I feel all of this, you all are professional. And there is a lot of unprofessional people out there. How do you deal with these unprofessional people?
Prayer. Now, first, one of the things you want me to go. You want to go ahead?
I will say that one of the things that is important is to give people time to develop from where they are, and to get curious about what people's stories are.
Right.
We really are interested in people's stories, because it gives you a lot of background on where people are coming from. Now, with the unprofessional piece of things, then the first thing is we have to get permission. But once we get permission, we are tough coaches. If you say you have a particular goal that you're trying to reach, we are going to give you the positive, and we're going to put a 10 on your forehead and see all the magic in you. And we're going to push you beyond where you are today. And if you're not ready, that's okay.
Right.
But we're going to get you to that place where you can see, I'm not quite ready yet,
right.
Or I'm ready, push me, coach.
Yeah.
So that's one of our approaches. What would you say?
The other is we keep it real, and we lead with empathy. Before I ever went to college, I went to 10 different high schools, right? I had a speech impediment. I had learning gaps. Franklin has his things as well. And what we know is, one, professionalism, however we see what is professionalism, is usually rooted in white dominant culture.
Right.
What we try to do is say, who are you? Who's the best in you? What are the tools and inspiration you need to be equipped to bring your best self forward? And we do that because we know that someone may look really professional on paper. They may dot all their I's, cross their T's, but they don't know how to care about folks, right? Somebody may speak well, they may present well, but their heart is rotten. And so we usually try to get to the core of who the individual is, and then set goals, process, and procedures to add on skills. And then we look for what's natural to them. Some people are just in the wrong profession. They're in the wrong lane. And we lead with empathy to try to help folks figure that out. Whether they be white, whether they be Black, Latinx, whomever, we go to the human spirit.
Wow. Very powerful stuff. You know, I don't even know what to say. See, this don't happen all the time. Y'all leaving the bishop speechless tonight. Usually I have all kind of, y'all got me special, but I mean, the biggest thing that I want to really highlight, you know, when we talk about, you know, transition the community, building the community, you know, those are the very things that we need. Everything that you both have displayed tonight is what we need. And one of the biggest things in our community that's holding us back from moving forward is the fear of unknown, right? When we don't understand what's coming in front of us, we don't know where the opportunity is. And this is why I always get excited, because I'm like, people talk about their faithfulness and their spiritual beliefs and all these things. But when it comes to stepping out on faith, we struggle in those areas. And I heard something powerful from both of you all. And I think this is very courageous. When you said I had to step away from the job so that I could move forward for my generational wealth. We are at a point in this country where more Black entrepreneurs are needed, where more Black folks need to step out on faith, believe in the things that they believe in, to move forward, because there's so much talent. There's so much wasted talent that we could get there if we have that faith. But the fear of the unknown keeps us from stepping forward. And I'm sure with you all stepping in that faith, there was some challenges relationship-wise, because, you know, we worried about the finances, we worried about where we're going to stay, we're going to worry about how the money come in. But to have that type of fearlessness, to have that type of courage to step forward, this is why I say it's important that you all are here, because we need this in our community, because there's too many people waiting in our community. There's too many people in our community silent. And it's holding our community back, this bondage of the past. And I keep telling people, I'm not a historian. I respect history. I understand the issues where we come from, but how do we move to the future? And how do we step out of what we think we know into what we could be? And if we don't start thinking in that way, our community, I'm talking specifically to the Black community, we are going to be removed, because we can't look and live in this well-being of, we have to work. I'm so serious about this. I just told my daughter, I put my granddaughter in this high-profile private school because I don't want my granddaughter being raised as a worker. I want her to be a boss. I want her to think entrepreneur. That's what those schools give our communities. And in this process of taking over our community, we need our parents. We need the leaders of the community to preach this, not worker bees. We need owner bees. We need bosses. We need the opportunity, because I'm tired of Black folks going around talking about we can't get an opportunity. We're the most despaired. This the discrimination. Well, what are we doing to take control and impact our community? See, I like Black businesses, and I always support Black businesses, because I believe if we support each other, we can hire the very people that look like us.
That's right.
We can empower our community. But there is a level of professionalism that needs to happen, a level of service that needs to happen, another follow-through that needs to happen. We got some work to do. But if we invest Black, if we make Black Friday every Friday, if we support the very businesses in our community, we can thrive. And you all are that model of, this is what we could do together. And we need that solidarity in our community.
I think exactly. I'm on board with you all the way, Bishop. And check this out. Here's a piece that I think has held so many people down, and that is people being closed. They want things to come to them, but they are closed. We are closed. So one of the big lessons of this journey has been vulnerability. We have to open ourselves up to people. We have to open ourselves up to feedback, positive and critical feedback. I asked a group of young people last week, I was in a training, I said, please tell me who has permission to check you? And not many people can answer that question. If you don't have one person who can check you, then you're too close to achieve a dream. You have to be open, and you have to start to share what you're trying to do with others and hear the no's, because you're going to hear the yeses. Right. People want to see others do well. We just got to keep opening ourselves up so that, and it is about faith. And Genji represents, we complement each other. And so that's the gift of our partnership. She says, let's take this huge risk. And I go, let me add up the numbers and let me see what the phone calls are that we need to make. And let's see who's going to be on the team, right? And then she's right there with me. She's strategic. And she pushes me for that faith jump piece. But I think so many people I encounter, you don't lack trust in the process and trust of people. And that's something we do need to work on, that pain and that trauma in our community, so that we can reopen ourselves back up for that leadership.
Listen, brother, you must be divine in time, because I just had a conversation with somebody about that this morning. They know who I'm talking about. Staying open.
Yeah.
Take a little constructive criticism, because at the end of the day, the greatness is in you. But you
That's
have
right.
to be able to take that and develop from that. And it's not always a hating thing. See, in our community, we got to, like, when we get constructive criticism, you hating on me. You don't want to see me win. No, sometimes I'm trying to make you better. Sometimes I'm trying to elevate you. Sometimes I'm trying to give you this feedback so you really could go to the next level. And that's the mindset, right? That pessimistic mindset sometimes attracts our community. It's so easy to blame, be defensive, and resist it. But you said the key words, brother. Stay open. Community. Stay open.
That's
real.
Opportunities coming your way. Now that's from the bishop. Go ahead, Khalid.
Wow, I just love this couple. So with everything that you've all said, we need you. Yes, the community definitely needs you. 20 years plus of coaching and professional leadership and consulting. I could just feel it. And I hope that you all will consider coming back on the Educational Thursday, because you have a lot to offer the community.
Absolutely.
So it's been a great pleasure listening to you. So I just want to say, yes, God bless you. And I will be looking into following up with you.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank
Frankie,
you.
before we let you go, a couple of things. I got to get y'all to come back on my relationship conversation, because we're going to have another relationship conversation.
Oh,
It
you
gets-
ready for that?
it gets
We're going there.
It gets spicy. So I don't want to do it tonight, because this is not
Okay.
the realm. But I want to bring on some married couples. And I want to hear some perspective from married women and men, because, you know, on this social media, so many things going on in relationships. And I post a lot of this because you said something powerful that I think really is impacting our community. When we talk about mental health and we talk about relationships and vulnerability and dealing with that PTSD and that trauma. I get into our group sometimes and I post these things and people think, oh, what's going on with you? And it's like, the biggest issues in the Black community starts with relationships, whether it's personal or business. And then we talk about mental health, the traumas, the hurts. And when you're talking about being open, brother, you got to have that healing.
You do.
Because if not, all that trauma is spewing out and they don't even understand it. When you don't deal with it, it spews out in your business. It still spews out in your personal. It just eats you up. And the reason why we can't trust each other, why we can't get over these hurdles, is because we're not ready to have those difficult conversations and deal with that trauma. But very powerful stuff, you know. But go ahead, Queen.
I just want to say, as we go, we brought a lot of trauma into our relationship. But here's the thing that we leverage, and we want people to know: your trauma can become your testimony.
Come on.
So we use our trauma to inform and to show people pathways out.
That's
so
right.
for those Black couples, anyone trying to do entrepreneurship, that's not your hindrance, that's your gift. You just don't know how to use that word right.
Come
and
on.
so we got the trauma, it happened. Now, instead of letting it run your life, we've learned how to flip it so that we can all eat off of it and break those curses and those things so we don't pass them on to the next generation. And so that's a whole nother relationship conversation.
Let's do it.
But that's part of it for Black businesses, entrepreneurship, us together, and what we do in the community is we don't act like it doesn't exist. We say it's real. And how do we move on? Because we can.
Ooh, she dropping some dip. Yeah, we got to get y'all on because
yeah.
He said it wasn't good, colleagues, but see all these women out here talking about everything's a red flag. Now, you could have said it was a real red flag and you could have walked away, but you stepped into it. See, people just want to look for the easy route to say no. So I'm looking forward to having y'all on because I want to talk about this submission thing. I want to talk about this fun and feminine thing. And I want to talk about this leadership thing, brother.
Right,
what that leadership look like? Because we got a lot of alpha males walking around the community beating on their chest, and they don't understand what being an alpha male is all about. Being a leader is all about. So I want to definitely invite you all to come back because I think you all are a phenomenal role model for the community because it's not always perfect. And I just appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your realness. And y'all glowing. See, y'all don't even know. I see it, y'all glowing, because at the end of the day, it's about the energies that the two have. Nothing's perfect. But if we have each other back in solidarity through thick and thin, we still can win. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. But before we let y'all go, we want to give y'all an opportunity to definitely give a shout out to any of y'all folks. Y'all no longer hidden gems now. People gonna be Google searching y'all. They're gonna be on your website. They're gonna be trying to find you. We got your information running up on the screen, because at the end of the day, we're looking for good business people. We're looking for people who are real, authentic. That's what we do so well here. See, we just for our people. We're not commercialized media. We're for the people, the voices of the people. We are the BMV, the Black media voice of the people of our community. But definitely give a shout out, because I don't want your team to get mad. I don't want your family members to get mad. All the people that stood with y'all do thick and thin, take your time and give them a shout out. Any other business journeys y'all on, let people know what's coming up, because I don't want to let y'all go, and I don't want them blowing up your phone afterwards. Yeah, I saw y'all on both sides of the conversation. Y'all didn't even give me a shout out. I was there from day one. Go ahead and show your people some love.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to do family and personal. I just want to shout out all the folks in the chat box. Our fam and crew is in the house, and Blaze Consulting. But I then also want to pause and shout out our mother and our aunt in the room, and the shoulder of elders we stand on, that they couldn't do some of the things we do, but they loved us enough so we could all do it together. And so I just want to shout out the elders in the room, that they didn't have platforms like this to talk on that we all do, and that they're here to witness it. So, yeah.
And check us out on blazeconsulting.group, our Blaze Consulting Group, which is our Instagram and our social media, our LinkedIn. You can always follow me or Gingy online as well as individuals. One particular project I'm really proud of right now that Gingy's working on is she is doing women's healing workshops for the Golden State Warriors Foundation. And so if you check that out on our website, she's literally Khalees, creating healing spaces for women, Black women and other brown women as well, to sit down in a space and talk about what it means to be working in the Bay Area, and to do leadership in the Bay Area, what it takes from us to be inside of those spaces. And she brings, things that you can smell, that you can eat, and she brings the good words. And so check that out. Go look for that. Gingy also is an author of a book called Beyond the Hashtag, which is about her love letter to Black men. And so as you can see, that's why I keep doing this, because my wife is so inspirational. All I want to do is protect, provide, and produce. Make sure this family moves ahead.
Come on, community.
You're making me blush.
Y'all keep asking me where the Black brothers at. Did you see that Queens out there? For all y'all say, where are Black men at? All he did is affirm his first lady, uplifted her. For all y'all that think Black men are selfish and we don't care nothing but ourselves, this brother just gave his queen all the royalties publicly. See, that's how you do it, kids. Give her the credit, give her the love publicly. But before we let y'all go, we're going to support y'all, because that's what we do here. We don't just have our people here. We don't do anything. So at both sides of the conversation, our team is going to reach out. Maybe we have Mother's Day coming up. We're going to reach out to y'all. Maybe we could get a couple of moms from the community to come to her coaching session when you guys get back. Maybe we could purchase a few books, whatever y'all want us to do. But the consultant, we are a nonprofit here in the Bay Area, and I support my Bay Area businesses. So we're going to reach out and see how y'all can help me.
Let's go.
And help our organization, because we're still growing. And I need some accountability, because, I am the bishop. I do it my way.
Right. We know what that means. We got you.
Exactly.
Confidential conversation.
Man, definitely. Well, you all, I know you are out enjoying yourself. Take your queen out for good. Y'all just a beautiful inspiration for Black love, Black progression, Black economic and generational wealth. Y'all are the faces of what is possible. Go out and enjoy the evening. We'll be reaching out to you soon. You are no longer hidden. Community, reach out to the Blaze and get your stuff turned up on fire. All right. With that being said, thank you all. We'll see you all soon.
Thank you.
All right. Be blessed. Love you all.
Be blessed. Thank you, Khalees. Thank you, John.
Yes, thank you. Love you likewise.
Wow. Very powerful. Now y'all see why I love this segment so much. All the negative stuff, all the shootings, all the stuff going on in the community. You got Black love, Black business, Black hope. When we talk about dreaming forward, when we talk about the opportunities, community, they're right here. You could be next. You have to open up. You have to love a little bit. You got to be willing to take some risks. You got to get rid of the fear of the unknown. If we could do that, Black people, we are unstoppable. But with that being said, Khalees, enough of me. We're going to bring up our next hidden gem tonight. We're going to bring up Takia Watts, Queen. Welcome to both sides of the conversation. Highlight the people.
Yes.
Hello. Good evening,
Yes.
good evening. I'm like just kind of stuck right now following them. I'm like, how dare y'all? I mean, I know they on the Central Coast right now, so they got to go, but like straight up, like really high five and just, blossom with love, especially with our Black community. So to follow them, thank y'all. Y'all wrong. Y'all know y'all was wrong, but to follow them, I can't help it. So I'm just gonna have to step my game up just because that's my sister and brother too, right? We look alike. We should be able to be community and to be able to uplift one another, even when it's not me at the moment. It's somebody else. I should be able to thank them too. So I am Takia Watts. I am originally from the Bay too. So I am from the Bay as well. I'm in the Central Valley at the moment. I'm across the bridge, from across the bridge in Oakland, grew up, born and raised in Oakland. My husband and I, we took our family to Louisiana in 2006. To get ourselves a better opportunity and to allow my mom and my dad to help us raise our 3 boys at the time when they were young. And then we came full circle right back to Central Valley because as y'all know, you can't come from the South and live back in California and afford it. Let's be real, because it's expensive out here. But I am the owner of Emerald Skincare Studio. We are on our way to opening up a brick and mortar. So you'll see our other hashtag there, Beyond Beauty Bar and Spa, which will be a full service salon coming soon. We are under construction. We offer full services. We will be offering from hair to skincare to waxing to eyelashes to eyebrows to yoni steam, everything for the woman to take care of themselves. Self-care, right? Self-love. We want to feel feminine. We got to be able to be in a good open space so that we can feel that way and so that we can bring the love back into community that we need and that we want. I am an esthetician. I've been an esthetician since 2010. And I am heavy on skin therapists because when anybody sit in my chair, whenever they lay down, I am an open ear for them because that's what we need, that accountability. We need somebody to help us, right? We need somebody to pour into us and always be positive. So that's just a little bit of who I am. I don't know.
I got some questions for you. You're not getting out of here easy.
You got some questions for me.
But see, I'm excited, but then I'm hurt because this weekend I just had a spa day for some self-care. And I should have came and got my facial from you. You see what I'm saying? But it's never too late. We can always make something happen because that maintenance has to happen all the time.
Yes.
But what I want to say is this, because when we talk about Black businesses, we talk about opportunity and how the dollars leave our community. When we have folks like you who are doing this work, and this is healing work, this is therapy, this is all of it. Because if you don't feel good, everything else is not good. I just tell people that when you don't feel good, your attitude stinks. Your energy is low. You're not even vibrating at the level you need to vibrate at. So when we talk about your facials, we talk about spa and relaxing and treatment and having conversations. It is very important to our community. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy that you're doing this work because we always support the other communities. So I want to see my queens down there in the Central Valley and Stockton. Come on out. Yes. When they open the doors, I want to see a line around the corner. I want to see facials. I want to see all the things that's going on in the spa happening because we have to do this for our people. Brothers, Mother's Day is coming up. All my brothers out there, we got to get the sisters down there to the spa. Okay, let's support all of the folks down there. We got a big following down there where you at in Stockton, and we want to make sure that our community gets down there and get out and maybe hear both sides of the conversation. We'll do something with you as well for Mother's Day. Man, we'll send some moms down there and get some therapy and treatment. But just want to say, I'm proud of you because I think, there's so many opportunities and so many things that our community utilizes daily, utilizes often. And it is sad sometimes when we go places and you can't find Black. I'm one of those people everywhere I go. everything I do, I try to buy Black, support Black first. And then if I can't, I support my brown brothers and sisters. And it's sad because, you know, you go around and there's not enough of it. But we do our part here to make sure we bring our businesses on.
Appreciate it.
And that's why this segment is so important, because it gives other people from our community an opportunity to find out about new businesses, new organizations, folks that are doing things to positively impact our community. So it is an honor to have you here. And I'm looking forward to figure out how we going to continue to uplift and support you and keep you moving. Now, them eyelashes now. I don't know about them 12-inch eyelashes. Don't be doing none of them.
Right,
Make sure you tell them sisters.
Right.
Make sure you tell them sisters. Don't be coming there with 24-inch eyelashes, okay?
I don't. That's that. You know, that's them youngsters. They gotta have them Betty Boop eyelashes. You know, I'm here for it. I don't wear them that long, but I'm here for it. I'm like, okay, sweetie. You're not worried about your lashes, but okay, sweetie.
So, Takia, I see that you have a host of services.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you know you be saving our lives. You be saving our lives because you do those full Brazilian waxes and you walk people and you walk people through it. Tell us about these services, because you gotta be a unique person to do all of the services that you provide. So encourage the community, because you take very well care of us.
Thank you, colleagues. One thing about me, when I became an esthetician, that's what, you know, the bottom line is education. Educating you on your skin, educating you on the waxing, educating you through the whole process so you can understand the why behind the process. So I do, like you stated, I do Brazilians, bikinis, I do full body waxing from head to toe, literally. I do eyelashes. We talked about them eyelashes. You got that snuffleupagus lashes is what I like to call them, John. Snuffleupagus lashes. We do everything. So your facials, you have your spot treatment facials. You have people who come in with acneic skin. You have people who are coming in just for, like John said, he just had his for self-care. You might not have any type of problematic issues, but you coming in just to get your facials, get your self-care, get some relaxation, get you some you time, right? Because we need that. We need that as well. So anything you can think about from an esthetician, and it's funny, John stated that as far as trying to find us. When I became an esthetician in Louisiana. And when I became an esthetician coming back to California, you couldn't find a lot of Black estheticians. You had a lot of hairdressers and a lot of stylists, but estheticians was always far and in between. But this generation is picking up on it, and they're coming out and they're learning about it, and they're going back to school for it too. One thing, a lot of estheticians don't like to do everything. I'm gonna do it all. I'm rooted to the tutor.
So, oh my, no, you didn't say that. Wait. So tell me about wait, Takia, tell me about this Yoni steam. Tell me about this Yoni steam.
So Yoni steam is another self-care for the woman, for your yoni, right? We're talking about some internal healing, and we're talking about some internal meditation. People who pH may be off, who has endometriosis. We are talking about natural things that you can do for your body from the outside in, where you're steaming and you're using different herbs that help to cure, that help to resolve, that help to soothe those type of issues. Women who really deal with bad cramps and things of that nature, that's what the Yoni steam is for. And it comes with a nice, just relaxing and meditation for that reason.
Wonderful. Now, are those services being offered now or into the next building that you're
It will be into the next building, it will be into the new brick and mortar.
Do we have a date approximately when that will take place?
I can't stand construction. I don't know if anybody has ever been through construction. My date keeps getting pushed back, but God willing, by the end of this month, we will be up and running. So I would definitely let you guys know about the grand opening, of course, Colise, I can start seeing you again. And just building that relationship with the community, because one thing about me is I'm what you call it. What is it? When you have I'm entrepreneur. Like I have an electrical company, we have a church. It's a lot that we do. So we are trying to give back into the community on all facets. And like the Franklin and his wife has stated, teaching our boys the same thing.
Yes.
Trying to be owners, not borrowers.
Wow, very powerful stuff. Social entrepreneur, that's what they call them.
Yes,
And,
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
But you know,
Serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, serial. I'm all over the place tonight, but I'm just excited to see these businesses here. I get excited when I see Black folks thriving. I see opportunities. I get all excited. But you know, lastly, what I want to say is we're going to support you. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to support you. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to make sure we're going to get some women down there. We're going to get some of our team. If you definitely get the flyer, if you need help with that, see, this is why we try to help too. If you need some support, let us know because we can help you because we know trying to get off the ground. And that's why I be telling Black folks, how do we help each other? But if you need a digital flyer made, that'll be one way we can help support you. I have my team create you a digital flyer. We'll blast it all out. Make sure people in the Central Valley know how to connect with you. But definitely on the grand opening, I'll try to get some of our team. We have some team down there in the Central Valley to come support you. And we'll pay for them to get some yachting or twining or whatever. But they're not getting no 12-inch eyelashes. Don't put that in them lip eyelashes on none of my team members. Okay?
They can't get the snuffleupagus.
They can't get the snuffleupagus.
They get the snuffleupagus. They can't get them.
Now, see, tonight, y'all, see, last week it was colleagues getting down. The ladies, they gonna come after me. Last week, they've been going after me. Now, tonight, I'm talking about the eyelashes. They gonna be like, Bishop, you had done it tonight. I just started it tonight. Colleagues,
no, Takia, he was talking about edges last week. Now he's talking about eyelashes. You know, the missing edges.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying. We got, there's things for that too, though. We can help with that too. We don't have to be out here looking like that, but we got to be able to receive the help. See, that's what y'all was talking about earlier. Everything you was saying earlier, I was writing notes like, yeah, I'm like, we trying to get Black Wall Street back. Literally, that's one thing I want to do is get Black Wall Street back because there's no reason why we can't.
Man, definitely. You are the leader of that. You know, you are demonstrating what's possible. Our young women out there, you have an opportunity. And that's just the power in all of this. You have an opportunity. That's right. And again, she talked about her husband. All the ladies out there that keep talking about they independent. Some of the most successful women keep talking about how they got a husband support them. I don't know, ladies. 22 I think I better get some men because they independent.
22 years in Rocket. 22 years for boys.
Yes, well, before we let you go, because we do have one hidden gem patiently waiting, we want to give you an opportunity to shout out your phenomenal husband and all the community folks that's been holding you down from day one, all your folks. Go ahead and give a shout out. Any other opportunities that you have coming up or things that you're working on, give the community updates so they can follow you. We got your social media handles running across the screen. Community, reach out and support the queen, but go ahead and shout out the people.
Reach out and support. So just shout out to my sisters with goals, 3 ladies who have had my back, and one of them is one of my business partners. To my lovely husband Daniel Watts and the owner of Watts Electrical Services. If y'all need an EV charger, y'all need a panel, y'all check him out, WattsElectricalServices.net. And my 4 wonderful boys. If it wasn't for them, you know, I wouldn't probably be where I'm standing now as well, because to be an example, I had to have somebody to be example for. So I'm just thankful. I thank you guys for thinking about me. Thank you for this opportunity. Love y'all. And I hope this relationship and it builds further on apart from this right here. So thank you so much.
No, thank you for having us here. Please reach out to us. I'll make sure Khalees and the team connected. If anything we do, we will up and make sure we support you. That's what we do here at both sides of the conversation. We don't just change the narrative by not doing the work. Our voices is loud and proud, and we make sure we uplift the Black queens of our community, the Black businesses of our community. That's what we about here. We lead by example, and we thank you for being a leader. Shout out to your amazing family and folks that continue to support you. Don't give up. And to those construction workers, get it done so the queen can open up and bring some of that streams of income in and help out. Right. We're gonna emphasize that all tonight. But thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Anything that we can do to continue to support you, we will. If you have any flyers, updates, or if you're doing any, promotional things, please submit it to us, and we'll make sure that we get out to community so folks down there in the Central Valley and beyond can come drop some of their black dollars in your bank account.
Appreciate you.
All right, Queen. Well, you have a blessed evening. We'll be reaching out and we'll be seeing you soon.
Same to you. You guys take care.
All right. All right, community. There you go. We got some entrepreneurs. We got some folks that's making it happen. This Hidden Gem segment has been going down. When we talk about what's going on with the black folk, y'all talk about what's going on, what's happening. It's a lot of things popping out here. With that being said, we have our final Hidden Gem for night. We getting out of here early, y'all. Last week we was in here kind of late. Today we gonna get out of here. We got one more Hidden Gem tonight. We're gonna bring up this queen. She's coming to talk about all the amazing things that she's doing. Martella McWilson.
Hello.
Queen.
Hello, how are you?
We're doing good. Can't complain. Happy to have you here tonight.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And the nominee. So I don't know if there's any questions yet, but whatever you want to ask, I'm here.
Well, first, we want you to introduce yourself to the people.
Okay.
We want you to tell people all the amazing things you're doing, and then we're going to ask you all the lovely questions.
John, I don't know if you have time.
Listen, you are the last guest tonight. You can take your time. We just go sit back and let you just uplift all the amazing things you're doing. Come on, Queen, it's your time. Go ahead and take it.
Okay, well, like I said, thank you both for having me. Well, let's start from the beginning. So I do real estate loans and credit repair, amongst other things. I started in January of '97. I know I don't look that old, but I just had a birthday. See the balloon for the back. But I started in January '97, and I was doing then mostly refinances in the Bay Area. So I was back and forth I'm in Stockton. I was back and forth to the Bay because that's where the equity was and is, right? And so I did a lot of refinancing. I found that our people had a lot of loans that were built on high interest rates, right? So I saw early on that I was refinancing people out of homes with interest rates at 12, 14%. So now when people say rates are high, compared to when? Compared to what? Right? And speaking on rates, since we're there, the last 3 years are not normal, right? That's not a normal market. I was giving people 1.99 to 3.5% all day long, right? I don't care if your credit score was 600, I was still giving you a low rate. But now the market is getting more normalized, right? We are in, the market has softened. It's not like it was, right? So the good thing about that is for buyers is the fact that right now it's a more normalized situation. So now with it being normalized, the economy softening as far as the prices of the properties are kind of softening a little bit. Rates are still high, but we have so many programs right now to help people. I don't know if you guys heard, but I've been saying it on my lives. Right now, they are giving 20% down payment assistance. And I didn't say 20,000 like it used to be. I'm not saying 3%. I'm talking about 20%, meaning a $500,000 property, you are paying on a $400,000 loan. Did you catch that? $100,000 toward your down payment so that you're in a $500,000 home community, but you're paying a $400,000 payment. That's big, y'all. And so a lot of people, and especially our people, we have a problem with saving money. We are spenders. And John kind of hit on that a little earlier on the other segment. We spend. We got money. It's not that we don't have money. It's where we put our money, where we choose to spend our money. And unfortunately, it's not with us. And so that is a breakdown of communication and common sense, right? But if you take your money and you put it where it's supposed to be, you can buy and have anything that you choose. The world is big and it's our oyster. So with 20% down, and it doesn't matter what the rate is because you can buy the rate down with that 20% too. So we're getting in a situation right now. I've just put someone into I can't wait to pass the keys to this woman. Just met her, felt like I've known her forever, like Auntie. She's buying a model home in a brand new subdivision. You hear me? A brand new home And we're getting some of the things, you know, I negotiate like a beast. So she's getting some of the stuff that you see on the walls and you walk in, you be like, this is real pretty. She getting some of that, right? I negotiated that in the contract. She's getting a better price than the people that's buying behind her because there's only 6 left in the community. And she had her pick between the 2-story or the 1-story. Hey, cousin, how you doing? So this is what I'm saying. Now, it's a matter of who you know, right? Now, and you want to know someone that cares, right? So speaking on new subdivisions, y'all, you want to buy new, this is the time. It really is. Even the builders are breaking their neck. About 8 months ago, you had them, you know, reducing agents' money, right? They would say, oh, well, we give you $500. One community out there on 8 Mile, we'll give you $500. I said, the devil is a lie. I'm going to bring my client to you when you will give me $500. No, I work way too hard for that. Right? But now they're like, hey, bring your buyers. We need buyers. Bring your buyers and we'll give you, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about supply and demand. But right now, the supply is down. Like I said, the market is softened. But this is the time. If you ever wanted to buy, I'm telling you right now, and I don't care who you use. I mean, I'm the best, but you can choose whoever you want. But this is the time. If you ever had a thought, this is the time. With the interest rates being as they are high, right? Higher, I should say. I just told you I was getting people out of 14%. But anyway, and I bought my first house, it was 6.75, and I did my own loan. Hear me? So rates are still lower than that. But buying the house, softened market, less competition because people are scared. Now, you know, scared money don't make no money. That's a real saying, and that's real truth. And we the scaredest, and we the most saved folks in the world. I said it. I stand behind it. And I go to church every Sunday and Wednesday. So, but I speak to my people, and my people are in the church, but my people don't believe the God that we serve. Obviously, because it shows by the movement. Right? Because you're scared, you don't, you know, certain thing, you don't jump out of, I ain't jumping out of no plane because I'm scared of that. And I don't got no problem saying I'm scared of that. I fly, but I ain't jumping out of no plane. So we have to come up in a lot of ways. Even myself, we all got to come up in a lot of ways, right? Have I messed up money, tricked off money? Yeah, of course I have, right? You learn, you do better. You just learn to do better. You try to do better. Next time you get that lump sum, you try to do better, right? But if you ever had or know anyone that ever wanted to buy, you mark my words, this is the time. And I mean, when Buffett said it, you better believe that's the truth. He said, buy the house. Don't wait till later. Buy the house, refinance later. Now, if this man that got all this money said that, you better believe that's the truth. And you think he's not buying? He buying companies. He buying real estate companies. So if the man that got all that kind of money buying real estate companies, you think it's no money in real estate? Come on, y'all. But see, we think everybody's out to trick us. So you got to be careful with that. So find a trusted realtor, trusted loan officer, trusted person that does credit like myself or other, and sit down and have that consultation and see where you stand, what you could buy today. Because I'm telling you right now, with someone getting you 20% down, you qualify for more than you did last year, even with the rates lower.
So I have a question for you, Marthella.
Yes, ma'am.
I see one posed in the social media. This 20%, now is that 20% given back towards the home? Is it put back at the end of the loan?
So this is how it, thank you for asking. This is the breakdown of it. So like I was saying, that situation with the 500,000, right? Home price, you're getting 100,000 down payment. So that's where people have a hard time coming up with the money. So they're going to give you the down payment. Now that money can be split up all kinds of ways. So I recommend people, hey, put 15% down, have a very small, if any, mortgage insurance, and then put that other money toward buying down the rate, because that rate, you know, carries on with the 30 years or however long you stay in that loan. But I am also telling my clients, don't stay in that loan, because this is the thing. It's an appreciation that you got to give back. So say they gave you the 100,000 in that scenario. Okay, 100,000, 20% is going to go back to them when the values go up, right? So now you owe them 20 grand. So if you owe them 20 grand, then you want to refinance out of that quicker, right? Because if you can make that 10 grand that you owe them. Well, not really, 20 grand, right? So once you get 20 grand to pay them off, you want to pay them off because you don't want to owe them 40 grand when the value goes up to 200,000. And it's possible in California. Let's be clear, right? I sold a house in River Island. The girl, I showed her the model home, said, girl, jump on it. She had no kids, money in the bank. She could buy it right then when I talked to her. She's like, oh, I don't know. She called me back a year later. She wanted to look at some older homes, and she still kept having her heart over there. Guess what? When that waiting, that was able and not jumping on it because she was scared, cost her $175,000 more. She over there, but she paid $175,000. That was her money in her pocket. God gave her a gift. She didn't. So, scared money don't make no money. And she didn't have no obstacles in her way. Now, buying isn't for everybody. Let me just be clear. If you're in a situation where you have fixed income and you're scared, and well, you're not even going to get a loan if you're fixed and you don't have enough money. But if you don't have enough money, you feel like you can't save money, you can't pay bills on time, then maybe it's not for you. Now let's keep it clear. Some people going to be investors. Some people going to buy a house and never leave. And some people just always going to be renters. And you need all people, right? Investors can't be investors without a renter. If everybody owns, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You have no one to rent to. So everybody is at their own time. So I'm not saying everybody go out and buy today, but I'm saying if you ever had a desire, then this is the time. Real talk. And we haven't had these opportunities in a long time, John, really.
I like you saying, scared money don't make no money. I think it's a rap song called Scared Money Don't Make No Money.
Money.
But I got to ask a couple of questions because,
definitely.
Anytime someone comes on this platform, I always have to make sure that I ask the right questions.
I want you
for my community.
Please
I am the bishop and I know all things. And I got to ask all questions. So,
no, you ask for the people. Yes, sir.
First thing, are these interest rates? I know the interest rates are high, but these loans, this 20%, is this a second? And then also, are these loans that you're talking about coming in right now, the percentage that they are they variable or are they fixed rate loans?
Okay, so they are conventional loans. Well, this particular one, now I have so many down payment programs that take me all night, but it depends on your profile, right? So how long you've been in the community, the county, what your income, what your credit score is. So I could put you in different programs, right? So the different ones, but that's just the one that came out actually the day before my birthday on the 27th. And so that's the one on fire right now because it's giving you the most amount of money. So in this area. So to answer your question, the rates are going to be, anytime you get down payment, it's going to be a little higher, right? But like I said, relative to what? So higher, me personally, I'd rather have a higher rate and keep my money in my pocket and use some other people money, that other people money, OPM, use that. Pay a little bit more every month, right? Because that's a write-off for your taxes anyway.
Well, I mean, I have to ask that because, we're dealing with the times that we're in where, the interest is really impacting folks all across.
It is.
Discretionary funds are getting tight. And yes, sometimes you could get on the back end, but that could also dramatically change the monthly payment for some folks, where if they put more money down or they didn't go in that program, the monthly rate would be lower. So,
right.
My biggest thing is for the people, because I'm speaking of my people who first time.
Definitely first time home buyers. Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure that, when people are coming to you, that they are getting, the right, not only the right information, but the right
for them
loans that fit them, that actually work and benefit them, and they understand it. Because sometimes I'm telling you, this home game, a lot of folks, they don't be knowing, they don't be understanding the hidden costs. They do these things and then they come in here and it's like,
and scared.
Like, how did I get here? Right? They told me this and now I'm paying this. So I think, the education is very important. And I always make sure that our community get that, because this would happen in 2008.
I appreciate that.
In 2008, folks were getting burned, not really burned, but they didn't know. So it was like, hey, you can get this 1% loan, but they didn't know that it was variable, and in 5 years it's going to reset.
Some didn't know. Some didn't pay attention. Some didn't know. Some didn't pay attention. Some wanted what they wanted, right? But I totally get what you're saying. And this is the thing. My whole business, like I said, I've been doing this 26 years. My business started as far as the sales side, because at first I was just doing refinances for everybody, right? And they said, stay away from purchase money. And I was like, why? Why? So then I get it. Yeah, I went and worked with a developer and started doing loans for his people, for his agents. And then he convinced me to become a realtor. He actually paid for my test and everything. So I went and took the test and got it and started doing both. Well, this is the thing with that. So to answer your question, the rate is fixed. It's a conventional loan for that product that I was telling you about. But we do have FHA products too, right? So that's a little bit more governing and it keeps things in line, right? Now with FHA, you're going to have mortgage insurance regardless of how much you put down, whereas conventional, you can get away with not having mortgage insurance by putting the 20% down, right? So it saves you money. FICO score wise, you can get a conventional loan with a low FICO and save you money on that mortgage insurance. But you know what? A lot of people that have 700 FICOs right now are still going FHA because the rates was better, right? The overall payment. So I don't really sell. I'm talking about rates right now just to give you guys a situation where I was doing 14s and now I'm doing, 5s. So, or 3s or 4s if they do that other program I'm about to tell you about. But it's all based on you, right? And you can change you. And I can show you how, because I do credit repair. So I can show you, okay, do this, this, and this, and this is going to get your score to this. You see what I'm saying? And so that you can get the best situation going in. And they did change it last year before last, saying that, so say you come to me and your score is at 640. I say, okay, John, let's get you in this house. We're going to get this, lock this down at this price and let's get it, right? Seller's going to give you some, I believe in sellers giving money. So seller's going to give you some money to make this happen. So we get 15,000, 10,000, whatever from the seller. So we good. So we moving forward. During that 30-day span, I'm still helping you build your credit score up to the best it could be. So now they come back, we run your credit at the very end, right before we lock the loan or right before we go to docs. And they will take the new score. So you got 30 days, and that's when you most, into fixing your credit than any time other, right? Because it's going to dictate your payment, right? So during that 30 years when you're in escrow, you could be fixing your credit. If it goes up 40 points, 60 points, it doesn't matter. They will use that to lock in your rate with the going rate, what it is then. So that's big because 20 points makes a big difference in your rate. Just 20 points, and I can get you there.
No, that's good to know. I mean, and I'm glad that you're doing this because I feel your energy, and that's the best thing, to make sure that we have people who are knowledgeable and making sure, because so many folks lose their wealth,
take advantage,
but not understanding. We got a big fight right now. I'm trying to work with a coalition because the discrimination and the disparities that's taking place with Black home ownership, with insurance. Black folks are being charged the highest rates of homeowner insurance than any other race. And that's something else that we don't talk about in the home buying process. And then they start figuring out all of this, and they try to get compounded accounts so that they can do it. And they like, why is it going up? Because the insurance is going out the road because of who you are. And we got a lot of issues around this. So it's great to get people at home ownership, but I think the full conversation about everything that's happening. And this is why this movement of people coming together collectively, having the information, having the knowledge, working together in solidarity, bring change to our community, because we got some problems. And that those little bit of unequitable opportunities would set us back from generational wealth. And we want to make sure that we stay on the front line of it and make sure that we continue to impact our community folks. But I know Kylie's got some other questions.
Yes, ma'am. But I totally agree with everything you said, John.
So when a person doesn't have any credit issues, would they have a better conventional rate?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So this is the thing. I prefer everybody come with 3.5% down for FHA or 3% down for conventional. Ideally, right? Because that's going. If you use your own money, it's going to cost you less, right? So I prefer you come with just your money, or your parents gave you some money, your cousin gave you some money as a gift, and we can do that. I prefer you to do that because you're going to get a better interest rate, a better whole situation, right? And you don't owe nobody at nothing at the end of the day. But my thing is this: when people ask me, because of course I'm getting questions asked after I do those lives about the down payment program. My thing is, realistically, you look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I going to be able to save 3.5%? So on a $500,000 house, are you going to be able to save $15,000 to to $17,500 plus. That's just your down payment plus closing costs. If the seller don't want to help when the market shifts, right? Right now, it's sellers helping you. But what if the market shifts? Then you at a 17 plus another 5, 7, 10,000. Realistically,
they got you,
how
Queen. They got you, Queen. You gonna get them sellers to pay the closing costs. I know you gonna do it.
you know I am. I don't care what kind of market it is. They giving up something. And so, real talk. And I'm gonna get you a home warranty and all that. Because look, I'm in Stockton, California. This community is very small. Did you hear me? Very small. And I've been in this 26 years. You don't think I'll have to look over my back if I wasn't doing something right? Best believe. I did credit seminars. I go to people's houses. They bring about 10 people. I talk about credit, show them how to build it up. And one thing I'll tell you right now, and because I do this a lot, they call me, matter of fact, Constance Carter, she was my broker, and now we're team at EXP. She called me, so I didn't tell myself this. She called me the probate queen because I do a lot of probate. And this is the thing. I wish I didn't have to do so many probates, but then I do, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't plan. And we are the worst. We are the worst. Let me tell you, you love your family, go today. And if you don't know how to see me, I got a program to get you done in a couple $100 and plus fix your credit and get your will and trust all in one spot. We don't plan, so we plan to fail. Straight up. You have to get a will and a trust, but if you don't get nothing else, get that trust. Living trust, because what happens if you don't, like I just got this house right now in Discovery Bay. Thankfully, I got a 60 over that, buyers paying 60,000 over asking, but it's a probate. Unfortunately, one person died, the mom and the daddy died within a 6-month span. Wasn't covered. So that means, guess what? Probate. So that means I got to hook you up with my attorney. The attorney got to get the paperwork. We go to court, and then the courts have to say, okay, we'll let that person be the administrator. Okay, if you guys all in agreement, and oh Lord, if you got more than one person involved, you know it could be something. I had one with 5, 6 siblings, and it was a mess. I done seen fights in the courthouse. Our people, that's what happens. So get your probate situation settled now, meaning get your will and trust. So, because if not, someone else is going to dictate what you earned, what you paid for, what you fought for to get, what you got the down payment, so you can leave a legacy for your family. It'll be gone like that. Just like that. In fees, there's a set amount of fees that go to the courts just for managing what you didn't manage as you was living.
Wow.
So you better get a will and trust.
I'm glad you brought that up. We've been talking about it here. You know, we always doing financial literacy, up bringing people here. Estate planning is the #1 thing that we have to do. So I would like to invite you back to do our Educational Thursday presentation. Put a PowerPoint presentation to come educate our people.
You know, I got one.
Yeah, because that's what's important. So yeah, we want to keep putting that in, and I'm glad you put it in those terms, because we are losing our generational wealth to probate court. And I tell people, when you don't have your estate planning, soon as the person dies, if it's your mama, your grandmother, it's over. Because everybody,
you know why?
Like, oh, mama said this, mama said that. This is I was here.
They don't care about hearsay. They don't courts don't deal with hearsay. They deal with paper, black and white, ink to paper, type to paper. And this is the cold part about it. I've been in where we fought in the courthouse, and it's always that family member from New York, Texas, Louisiana coming here to say, no, that house should be worth so and so, Big Mama house. And they ain't even seen Big Mama or the house since they was 20 years old and moved out. So that be the one fighting. I mean, literally, when I say fight, I ain't talking about words. I'm talking about fist fighting in the middle of the court. Like, y'all don't see these sheriffs around here. But anyway, that happens. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. Period. And so I'm so glad my mama had all that in control. I didn't have to do nothing. We really just showed up to the funeral home and said, this is what happened, here's the thing, and that was it. But we have to plan, or we just do such a disservice. So when people say they love their family, I'm like, okay, are you set up? Now, if you ain't got a house and you strive to get a house, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hell, I done lost houses. So things happen, right? I'm in the industry because you know what? I'm like, oh, y'all don't want to mess with me? Y'all don't want to help me? I've been putting people in homes. You don't want to help me. You don't want to lower my rate, or you want to charge me $10,000 to lower my rate, and I'm doing all the work. Nah, take it. Because my neighbor is a 2-story, and they was selling for $300,000. I bought my house for $340,000. You think I'm gonna sit here for a year and keep paying? So I had a 2-for-1 plan. So what I did was, anybody that listened during that time, and they can attest, you give up your house that you paid $400,000 for, right? Market start crashing 2008-9, and I'll get you 2 for the price of 1. I got people that did it. I did the loan mod, I did the short sale, and then I got them 2 houses because they stacked their money while the bank didn't want to help. So this is the thing. You don't want to help, right? So we have to help each other, period. And the only way we can help each other is through education. So that's why I did credit parties. I do loan counseling. I do sit-down buyer consultation, seller consultation. You need to know what's going on. Planning, all that stuff. I have realtors on my team, loan officers. Although I do those things, I spread the love. We can get this done together. It's the catalyst way. And so that's what we do. That's what we do. And so I'm just happy to be a part.
Motivational speaker too, because you got me motivated. I'm over here. I think I'm ready to go buy me a couple more properties now.
Hey, John, you better see me on your next one. You can spread the love on that too. I actually do have mentoring with Marcella, and so I help other realtors do the same. Because one thing I tell people, like our group, we meet on Thursday. So I tell them, people don't care what you know. They really don't. They want you to know something, but they don't really care so much about what you know. How do you care about them? How you gonna move the needle for their wealth? It's great you sell 20,000 houses. I post just because I'm a realtor and that's something we got to do. But in the reality, my customer, she said, I said, girl, look, this is so crazy. I ain't even opened these are trophies. I ain't open them out the box, y'all. Like, for real. Like, means nothing to me. But I understand what people want to see. Well, people want to see credentials. People want to see you did something. So guess what? I have to go do the pony show, and I got to throw it out there. But look, me saying 26 years don't mean nothing, because I know some dummies that's in this business for 26 years too. Me telling you that I care about, you building wealth, about you not losing to the system, to you be able to leave a legacy for your family. You need an insurance agent, I got you. You need a tax preparer, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you feel, how you care. That's the only reason why I'm standing right here, because of the grace of God and the fact that he gave me this gifts that I got, that I'm sharing with y'all a piece of. And the ones I share with my mentoring with Marcella program. And my Marcella Keys program, to give the keys to the people. Period.
In faith community. This is we talk about. Scared money don't make no money. You gotta step in faith. I love it.
John, I am community. So
all right.
I mean, like, I go do videos. You know what I love to do? And people know, if you look at any of my old posts, I go to community events. I do pop-ups myself. Like, I put the tent. Look, 26 years, I don't care. I ain't to it. I do open houses. I still do all that. Keeps me young. So, but what I really like to do is have my little camera, which I'm using now, but I use my camera, go to these pop-ups and talk to the owners, the self-employed people out there making it happen, grinding every day, hustling to make a living to feed their family. Because you know what? They banking on themselves. They ain't not sitting there saying, you know what, let me show up to work and do 8 hours and let me see if they can push my pay to $15. No, they ain't doing that. They out there hustling for their family. Legitimate hustling. Now, I know some dope dealers too. But what I'm saying is, keeping it 100, you know what I'm saying? Like, who don't? I know some killers. I know some drug dealers. I know some people that turned their life all the way around. God and touched them. And now they buying real estate left and right, buying land up, because that's where it's really at. That I know these people. And I can learn from anybody.
Connect with you, okay? The bishop, I'm gonna reach out to you.
Come on, bishop. I sell the bishops all day long.
I had a guest who came on a couple of weeks, and he was talking about farming, and I was saying how a few years back, me and my brother was looking at buying some land, and we was gonna buy some. It was an almond ranch, and at the time, we could have got it, but the economy was bad. But we could have got it, and then that same almond ranch
did it.
$17 million a year. I said, oh, we missed out on the big one. So I'm looking for some land. I can't get my 40 acres back, but I'm gonna buy 40 acres somewhere.
You got it. You got it.
Somewhere.
I got you.
The power is in the land and ownership, and I'm glad you here and seeing you was waiting patient. You like, hold on, the bishop got me going last. Now you done kept the community up. They can't even go to sleep because all that motivation, all that.
Hey, if I had my video right now, I'll push play because guess what? We had a rap we did with Catalyst. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. 222. And it's basically saying 2 years tax returns, 2 years bank statements, and 2 months pay stubs. We can get you a loan, right? So we did a whole rap. Now I ain't no rapper now, but I grew up in the blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? In that year. So, I sat there and I did my rap and I was the last one. So I had to bring it. and it starts with last but never least. It's your girl Marcella. When it comes to getting the loans, nobody's doing better. I ain't no rapper, but now you go check that out. So it tells you what you need to buy a home. 222. It's on YouTube. But yeah, I appreciate y'all.
I thank you for being here, bringing the energy, bringing the realness, and bringing the authentic self that you are. Because again, here at both sides of the conversation, we keep it real. See, this is for our people, all the allies. We welcome you. You can be a part of it, but you got to understand when you're in the building with the people. Oh, we keep it real. We keep it real.
That's all I know how to do.
We keep it blazing lit. Blazing lit. We keep it.
I like that. I like that statement. I can't wait till they come back too. I'm gonna check them out.
Definitely. But before we let you go, because it is late, we want to give our community time to go back and process all
definitely.
And community, we're promising you. We're going to bring her back for our Educational Thursday so she could go ahead and lay it all out.
Appreciate it.
What to do, what not to do.
We'll play the video for y'all.
We'll get it lit for Educational Thursday because that's what we do here. We intentionally make sure
I love it.
Information, the game, the sauce that sometimes our community just don't get. That's what we do at both sides of the conversation. But before we let you go, Queen, I want to give you an opportunity to shout out any of your folks, your loved ones, anything that you're doing coming up. Give them the roses because I don't want them calling and say, I saw you on both sides. You even shout me out. Don't forget about the people who help you get to the top.
Let me tell you, the list is so long. I don't want to call out too many names because people gonna feel some kind of way, but I will have to say anybody that was started with me in 97, thank you. I would shout out to Bernard, Missouri in Stockton. He gave me a shot at turning some stuff around and doing developments and stuff like that. So I appreciate them. I stayed with him 9 years, love him to pieces. He actually is the one that paid for my license. He said, go take it. I said, I ain't ready yet, Bernard. He's went ahead and put that money up there for me. I didn't pass the first time, but who cares? I went right back and passed. He said, you need to see what it feels like. And it was crazy because that's a money grab too. They just want to, anyway, they wanted you to take tests so you can fail and pay again. But anyway, I passed it the second time when I was ready, but I appreciate Bernard for that. I appreciate Constance Carter. She is a baller and she's been on TED Talk and all kinds of things, and Lisa Nichols speeches and all that kind of stuff. And so that's my girl. But I've been around some great people, period. And I have to say, all my people that ever been an assistant to me, I appreciate you because I can't do what I do without the assistance of TCs and loan people and all my fellow people at Catalyst, and all my people in the Mentoring with Marcella program. They keep me energized because they made me have to go back and do the things I did in the beginning, door knock, call on the phone, and now we have the social media situation. So they're pushing me to show them what I did before that I can do again and then tweak it. So I appreciate everybody that ever touched Marcella, anybody that I ever passed keys to that referred other people to me. I just appreciate you all. Love you all.
Wow, very powerful, Queen Marcella in the house community. Scared money, don't make no money. Pull out the cash. Let's go, community. We're building generational wealth around here. Go
I appreciate y'all. It's been fun. It's been fun.
Looking forward to connecting with you. And we're going to find out some way that we can help support you. Maybe it's somebody who's looking to buy, or again, when I'm looking for my land, because I need 40 acres. The bishop needs
John, holler at me. I got you. Oh,
All
and I
right.
forgot to tell you guys, if you want to know instantly if you could qualify, just possibly qualify, go to qualifywithmarthella.com. It's a soft pull, doesn't affect your credit, and you can see where you stand. It'll tell you, yes, you can approve, or it'll say, come holler at me so we can talk about it so I can get your score up. So y'all go see that. And of course, I'm on Facebook. Instagram is my main two things, Facebook mostly. At realtor.marthella is the business side, but you just go to Marthella. Yeah, it's only a few of us. Marthella McWilson, and you'll see me on Facebook or Instagram. Love to connect.
Man, all of her information is on the screen. Community, if you joined late, go back and look. You can rewind, get all the information. We'll get it out to the community. This is an opportunity, community. See, when they say things is bad, it's still a grab out there. But you
It's
can't.
busy. I'm
Scam
busy.
money don't make no money. Y'all gotta go get that money. Well,
Crazy.
well, thank you for being here tonight, Queen.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. And we'll be reaching out and seeing how we can help support you. If there's any special homes or things that you want us to get out to the community, we'll help share out as well, because that's what we do. We want to connect our community with the resources. We want to give them an opportunity to do business with somebody who looks like them, who's going to give it to them real, uncut. If you couldn't feel the real of Miss Marthella,
I get no really. Oh, 2-1 buy down. Y'all make sure you holler at me about that. That's without the down payment. 2-1 buy down gets you 2 points lower on your interest rate. So if you qualify today for 6%, I can get you 4%. Holla at me.
Holla at her.
Thank you, Marthella.
You're so welcome. I think we might be family. We're going to check into that. I'm looking into those names you sent me. For real. That's my mama's maiden. All right. So let's talk about it. All right, hon.
Thank you very much.
Guys.
We'll see you soon. We're going to be reaching out to you.
Definitely. All right. Have a good one. Keep doing what you guys doing. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, community. With that being said, y'all know what's up. Our Hidden Gem show be lit. This is what I be telling y'all. This is the best show of the week. The energy is good. It's positivity. Man, my blood is up. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight because she got me. It's in my head now. Scared money don't make no money. Hey, scared money don't make no money. Hey, y'all know me. I'm going to get the money. I'm going to get it. I ain't scared to get some of that money. Let's go. But with that being said, Khalees, before we leave tonight, you know we got to give you an opportunity to give your parting words tonight. This has been a powerful show. It's been a touching show. We've seen Black love, Black business, Black entrepreneurs. We've seen exhibitions. I had to get a lot of them excursions, and I had to get some work done. But I'm back. But we've had it all tonight. We got realtors that's popping big things. Community, you've been blessed tonight. You got some resources. You got some connections. Maybe you didn't know who you could connect with. Tonight, the Hidden Gems, they showed up and showed out. But Khalees, go ahead and get a community some parting words tonight before I get a benediction today.
Oh, yes. Always. Community. We had Black love. I'm talking about Blaze Consulting. They're going to get you straight. I mean, they're building a legacy. They got that empire. They got that companionship. And you could just see the gems glowing. And then you got the esthetician. Oh, you got it, Takia. I mean, she has the emerald waxing services. You can get your lashes. She'll hook you up. And then here we got Marthella with the real money, real estate, loans, credit repair. You heard it all. Very interesting show. I love the energy tonight. I've been cheesing so hard. My face hurt. I think I got a headache. My jaws are sore. But it's just been a blast tonight. I love it tonight. Thank you for joining with this community.
Well, Khalees, you know, we say here, changing the narrative. If y'all don't believe that the narrative can't change, if y'all don't believe the resume can't change tonight, you saw all of that tonight in action. I am still excited. Scared money can't make no money. I think that's got to be the new Black theme song. Okay, look, Marthella, we're going to make this the new Black theme song. Okay, scared money don't make no money. Community. Scared people can't make change. We need leaders to step up. We need the voices of the people. Yeah, you can't be scared to speak. You can't be scared to get that money. We got to stand up and do it, community. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep doing it. But again, it's been an amazing night tonight. For y'all that's just tuning in, maybe this is your first time. Maybe you follow some of our guests tonight. Go to our Both Sides of the Conversation website. Check us out. Go to our social media handles at Both Sides of the Conversation. This is what we do. We here 3 times a week, blessing the people, making sure they get information, having conversations, breaking down the stigma, uplifting the people. We be out in these streets. You know, wherever the people be, that's what we be. Both Sides of the Conversation. We're changing the narrative, community. With that being said, because I know it's late, people got to go to sleep, I will give the bishop benediction. Y'all know every show before I end, I got to give a wrap up. I got to give a tap of it. I got to say, scared money don't make no money. Let's go with it. Well, I'm going to give the benediction so we can get out of here tonight. Community, you have been blessed today. I don't know where you at. I don't know what you're doing. If you missed the energy of tonight's show, you must press rewind. You have to go back and listen to the powerful stories. These testimonies are the testimonies that we need to move our community forward. Tonight, you have been inspired by some folks that are doing amazing things. Community, you should be excited when you see the faces of the people who represent you, when you see the businesses that represent you, when you see the love, when you see the hope, when you see the dream actually happening. Yeah, you should get excited tonight. Tonight was a proven night that dreams do come true. Opportunities do happen. If you are willing to persevere, if you are willing to not be afraid of the unknown, if you are willing to be open, if you are open to take risks, scared money don't make no money, y'all. You got to go ahead and take a chance. Tonight has been the moment that some of us needed to hear. If you had doubt, tonight you have hope. We're talking about opportunities, community. We've had businesses here, community, people who look like you doing the work. We've had Black love here. For all of the people that says Black love doesn't exist, these opportunities are unreal. Tonight you had two amazing folks working together in relations. When we talk about Blaze, an opportunity to be coached, to be trained, to get the knowledge, the information, reach out to them. Give them a shot. In our community, we have to heal. We have to remove the trauma. We have to remove the things that took place that makes us say, I don't want to do business with us. We got some people that are changing the narrative. Be open. Be willing to take a step in the right direction. And when we say the right direction, we're moving forward to the future. We have to change our own issues. We have to build the trust within our community. You have to spend your Black dollars with your Black people. We're going to make Black Friday a Black Friday every day to support Black and brown businesses. We have to do this ourselves. But together in solidarity, we can make things happen, community. Tonight has been that example. If you need anything else to just inspire you, you should be inspired tonight. If you need to buy a home, just reach out. If you need your face done, if you need the 7-inch eyelashes, if you need the body spa, we have somebody here for you, community. If you want to meet some folks that's going to push and move things forward for you, maybe you don't have all the business planning. Maybe you don't have all the business savvy. You got two phenomenal people with Blaze Consulting that's ready to walk you through the process. Everybody that came on here tonight talked about walking people through the process. You have a resource now, community. You got to tap in. You have to take the steps to move forward. That's what needs to happen. With that being said, all power is to the people. Our community needs a leader. We need a vision. We need an opportunity. We need something that we can see, that we can believe. You know the community we come from? We come from the show me. You must show me so I can believe. Tonight, these hidden gems, they showed you the potential. They showed you the opportunity. They showed you what stepping out in faith looks like. Tonight, this was a demonstration. That's leadership. Y'all know at both sides of the conversation, we believe in that. A leader is about demonstrating what's possible. Tonight, I see some leaders, colleagues. They are demonstrating what's possible. They are bringing hope to our community. Even when times are not good, they are still stepping in faith. Wow. Powerful show tonight, community. All I can say is you've been blessed. Go back and check out what you missed. Again, this Thursday, we'll be having our next live show. It'll be our Educational Thursday. It's going to be a phenomenal show. Check it out this Sunday. We will not have a Sunday conversation. I'm telling y'all now, community, don't turn in at 4:00. We won't be here. Don't be yelling, saying, where's the bishop at? We're going to be out watching the people, chasing around eggs, doing all the things that they're doing. Everybody going to be getting dressed up, going to church. They ain't been there all year. Everybody going to be looking good this weekend. But the bishop will be out with the people. We'll be moving around, checking out what's going on, continue to uplift our community, continue to lead our community, continue to bless the people, because that's what we do. We bless the people. Yeah, we'll be out there. Hopefully we'll see you. Hopefully you're not looking for that egg. Hopefully you're not looking for that treasure that's not there. The treasure was here tonight. The hidden gems was here tonight. The egg you were looking for was here tonight. The information you needed was here tonight. You found the golden egg. All you got to do is open up your ears. They just gave you game tonight. That's the egg. That's the treasure hunt. Be open, community. With that being said, be safe out there. Times is different. Y'all heard the world news today. We are dealing with tragedy in our community. The violence is increasing. The robberies are increasing. Check on your loved ones. Be safe. These things are impacting our elders. You have family members, grandmothers, aunties. Be there, young people. Young people, walk with your grandma to the store. Walk with mama to her car. Don't be letting the women of the community go to their car in the middle of the night by themselves. Black men, we must step up. We must protect our community. We must protect our Black women. When you see a sister out there walking in the middle of the night, so make sure she get there safe. We got to step up. There's a lot of things going on. Time is getting real, but we're going to be here. We're going to do our part to continue to impact community, uplift community, because that's what we do here. The bishop, I'll be on the road, but Khalees will be here holding it down. We're going to be uplifting the people. We're taking this both sides of the conversation message all across the country. We believe in you. Believe in yourself. We will uplift the people. That's what we do. We will uplift the people, and we will change the narrative. Let's do it, y'all. With that being said, have a blessed evening. We'll see you all this Thursday for our next show. And then after that, it'll be next Tuesday because we won't have a Sunday conversation. Thank you all for tuning in. We had some phenomenal hidden gems tonight. Make sure you go back. If you just tuned in late, go back and feel the energy. Feel the love. And again, scared money don't make no money. Let's go. We got to go get it, community. We love y'all. We'll see y'all soon. Have a blessed evening, everybody.